If they knew what was coming up, they would shut their mouths.
Class leader! We're gonna be out here all day.
Team Week starts tomorrow.
No, we can't! Stop!
Everything changes.
I'm pulled out! What's this? Pulled out!
Welcome to Team Week, guys. Again, this phase breaks everyone off. By the time you get to this point, you're tired, you're hungry, your body's starting to eat itself. This is where it gets real, right? Now they're peeling the onions back a little bit further to see what you're made of, right? Let's dig into Team Week and see how this goes. Let's get it.
In the woods of North Carolina, some of America's toughest men are trying to get into Special Forces. It's the beginning of Team Week, and already 1/3 of the class has dropped out.
Did you have a different barrel?
For the first mission, the teams are given a barrel full of water representing highly explosive liquid, weighing 400 pounds, 5 poles, 4 tires, and some lashing straps.
They have to move a heavy object without a vehicle. They're just trying to build something to kind of take the weight off them so they can push it instead of carrying it.
The mission: transport the barrel over 6 miles to a target location in the allotted time. The time allowed to reach the objective is classified.
Let me think about this for a second.
So Team Week is a different beast, guys. This is where, you know, your ability to work as a team comes in. This is where the asshole comes out of some people. And this is where a lot of guys fail, right? To be able to succeed in Team Week, you need a couple of different things. Number one, you got to be a good leader, right? When you're put in charge, you got to be able to step in just like this and start pointing fingers and start telling people what to do, right? When you're not in charge, you got to be a good follower. A lot of people don't know how to do that, especially your officers, right? They can put an E4 in charge of this mission, you know, and then they give them, you know, an assistant team leader and a Bravo team leader, and he starts pointing and directing guys and telling them what to do. And you have officers that aren't used to following orders, especially coming from an E4, and they won't do what they're supposed to do to help that mission be successful. All right, doing Team Week, it's important that you understand that you fail and succeed as a team. All right, a lot of guys just don't know how to do that. When I went through, we had the concept of pinks and blues, right? If you're a good teammate doing Team Week, you got a bunch of blues. If you're a bad teammate doing Team Week, you got a bunch of pinks, right? And all of that added up towards your ability to get selected. Let's keep watching, guys.
Each team must figure out how to build a transport vehicle and do it quickly. What looks good on paper isn't always good on the ground.
Yeah, that's gonna be horrible. Let's redo that one, man. Yeah, we gotta redo that one quick and make it sound.
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't it all what you plan on building? What is this? This is not what you showed me you were going to build. The good idea fairy came, didn't you?
A little bit, sorry.
Yeah. In the arm.
Now, the good idea fairy, that's the thing, guys. You'll come up with a plan and you'll build it, and then you have all these guys, all your teammates are giving you feedback like, hey, let's do this, hey, let's do that, hey, let's... And then next thing you know, if you're not a strong leader, you start changing your plan. And before you know it, 30 minutes, 45 minutes have gone by and you still haven't moved, right? That's not what you want. Although you want to try to get feedback, because I'm also a good supporter of making sure you have a solid product before you step off. Because if you don't, you're just going to end up breaking it down along the way and rebuilding.
I mean, you have the good idea fairy. The good idea fairy shows up and comes up with ideas that aren't so good.
Are you guys holding up on the back or?
This is Team Week. One man's mistake takes down the entire team.
We got enough ropes. I want to use it to tie this down.
Do the wrong thing, and the team turns against you.
Run it up and make some bites.
We just keep it together. They do what they're asked. They all know that they're going to have the same opportunity to be a leader here, and we're all going to have the same opportunity to be a follower, and it works both ways. So,
Let me see, watch out.
We're good. Cut it down. All right.
The clock starts running the second the team is given the mission. Team 4 rushes through their build and launches first.
Ingenuity, baby, ingenuity.
All right, Get some big guys up here, up front. I need a couple big guys here.
It's a bad plan.
Somebody get on that rope. Hold on a second, hold on a second.
The sloppy lashing job has the frame failing under stress.
Get 2 guys on these. I got it. On these tires here. All right, let it down.
Team 4 must move 500 yards before a new plan is authorized.
It has to be cut that apparatus. We're pulling the apparatus. If we're pulling that, we're going to have the same situation happen, I think.
What do you mean, pulling the barrels?
Yeah, the rope's got to be
The rope's not pulling the barrel. The rope's on the apparatus.
Okay.
As Team
So you have to be decisive when you're placed in charge of a bunch of monsters. You got to be decisive, and you got to give clear. And on top of that, guys, as a teammate, you can't just stand around, right, and watch your team fail. Right? You got to be moving around the apparatus, trying to figure out what to do. Like, you got to be value add. You can't just stand around, even though you're not put in charge, and watch this dude fail, right? Apparatus goes down. You need to get the moving. Check out what's wrong. Hey, start pushing it together. Start redoing lashes. Like, be active, guys. These guys are doing way too much standing around, and it's going to come back to bite them in the ass.
Team 4 loses precious time arguing. The rest of the teams think their builds through.
I want that bar up as far forward as possible just so we get the maximum of leverage.
Lashed to 2 of these poles with enough room for 3 guys to sort of get right here and push.
A good design uses cross pressure to hold the frames together and distributes the heavy weight over the wheels.
All right, swing right. Let's move.
It's a balancing act. Spend too much time on the build, and there's not enough time left for the move.
All right, get the tires on that side pushed in too.
Rush the job, and the tough mission becomes sheer hell.
PL had a pretty much textbook plan. He was spot on. And then the good idea fairy came. All his buddies started putting in their little comments. And we have this thing here that's trying to defy the laws of physics. So it's probably going to be a long day for these guys, at least for this event. This thing's not going to make it too far.
Pull the right side. All right, pull even. We need to make some changes to it. We need to make them quick because this ain't working. All right, get it off the side of the road. Get off the side of the road, guys.
While Team 4 is paying for their mistake, the rest of the teams are on the move.
Guys, look at that sand. It's horrible walking on that sand. It's, oh my God, dude. I can't even explain it. And you got to push this monstrosity up there. Dude, it took us forever to do it. Or at least it felt like it took us forever.
Hey, come here. Can I take this? Oh, this is easy. Hey, actually,
We're looking for how well the candidates interact together as a team.
how's your back, dude?
Physical fitness, ability to start thinking outside the box, and looking for the candidates that are just trying to blend in with the crowd and not do the right thing. The ones that are just standing off to the side, not really putting forth an effort to assist the team.
Team 2 is at the head of the pack. They move a mile and stop to make minor adjustments. Success in Special Forces comes down to constantly adjusting to conditions as they evolve. The low-tech vehicles test the ability for a man to think quickly on his feet.
The lashings on the tire was pretty much the decisive point of this apparatus. And, I think we kind of knew that at the beginning, but we kind of figured it out along the way. And it wasn't too late when we learned the lesson. That was the important thing. Yeah. But we can't use any additional materials. Let's go.
Number 206 has Team 1 cranking ahead of schedule. But there is a problem.
We're supposed to follow the railroad tracks until we can take a turn to the south, which means we missed our turn back there. We're supposed to be down there on those roads.
Goddamn Ray. Ray, you should have told him a long time ago, right? Ray and I were instructors over at the 18 Charlie community together. He just looks a little bit different now that his face is all shaved. All right, but guys, as you're moving this apparatus, you have a PL, right? And then you also have a guy that's navigating, right? The PL's making sure everything's good to go. Everybody's good. Everybody's drinking water. No one's falling out. Nobody, you know what I mean? And then you have somebody that's navigating, that's telling you what to do, where to turn, etc. Right? But everybody's so focused on the apparatus, pushing it, trying to make sure they don't fall out, making sure they're doing their part. Sometimes it's easy to overlook, where you're supposed to go. Teamwork is truly designed to test several different things that you as a candidate might not be aware of.
206 is off course, and now his mission is in jeopardy.
206, let's go.
His navigator steered them down the wrong road.
Pull out your map, candidate. Where do you think you're at?
I was thinking we were here. I didn't think we traveled this far.
How about you go back one road intersection? Does that look more like 80 degrees?
Roger that.
Amazing how this
Right
line
there.
navigation stuff works.
Roger that.
Hurry up, get your team back here, and get moving, candidate.
Hey, we gotta come here.
They should have been paying attention to the cadre, right? You'd see him sitting up there. Somebody should have been like, hey, this dude's not following us. We fucked up somewhere.
Turn it around.
News of the wrong turn and the chance of failure doesn't go down well with the team. The rope team takes off before everyone is ready.
Pull. Hey, watch out. Look out. Back, candidate. Roll the apparatus backward. Holy crap.
A candidate is run over.
4-5. Stop. Look at me. You see a medic.
No, Sergeant.
To continue training, candidate.
Definitely on the left.
Now, you got to keep in mind, you pass as a team, you fail as a team. So when something like this occurs, you still got to remain cool and calm under pressure and do what you need to do, right? This could have been really, really bad. And if this dude would have gotten hurt, cadre would have to step in and essentially ding the PL and the other two guys in charge for this mishap, right? So keep in mind, guys, if you're at selection or if you're getting ready to go, cool, calm, collective at all times, all right? You don't want to be that leader that loses your shit the minute something doesn't go according to plan. And keep in mind, if you're looking at going, guys, GreenBeretChronicles.com. Go over there and check out what I have for you guys on the website. All right, reach out to me, and I'll make sure you're where you need to be so you can attend and crush selection. Let's keep watching.
How many minutes we got?
As Team 1 races to get back on course, Team 4 has barely started.
This lashing here.
Their problems are stacking up quickly.
I'm waiting on this tension.
All right, so at this point, guys, as cadres, you're looking at several different things, all right? But it mainly comes down to the entire team as a whole, right? Like, those three guys are clearly struggling. The rest of the team, the rest of these guys, they should be stepping up and saying, you know what? Love you. Yep, I got it. But, dude, step aside, man. Like, we got to get this thing going. Somebody should be attached to that PL's hip and then just tell them what to do. Hey, man, like, you're screwing everybody over. All right, let's do this. Because if they don't, cadre is going to take over the mission. And it's going to be a freaking smoke fest for everybody involved. Because at the end of the day, they still got to complete the mission. All right, or else they mess up the entire iteration. And cadre is not going to let that happen.
The leader is having trouble controlling his men and getting a new plan into action.
We already committed to this.
We're committed.
Infighting and blame take over.
Let's take this rope off of the
We
end.
all expect our leadership to make a timely decision. It's the leadership not listening to the rest of the group. You know, there's a lot of good ideas that's been flowing around the whole time. We got to come up with a sensible plan that works, and so far we haven't been able to discover one.
Theo, you realize you're 2 hours into your mission and you're not even out the gate yet?
Roger, Sergeant.
What are you going to
That's ridiculous, man. He pretty much failed right there. Like 2 hours in, and this thing is still inside the base camp? Like, no.
do about it?
We're fixing the contraption right now, and we're going to start moving out again, Sergeant.
What's wrong with the contraption?
The two bars in the back slid apart, Sergeant, and the barrel fell down to the ground.
That will happen.
Team 4 is rapidly chewing up their allotted time, and they're about to regret it.
Peel, if this thing's not moving in half an hour, you're carrying it in individual pieces. Track, Sergeant.
So that's what cadre will do. They're like, you know what? You don't want to build it? Fine. We still got a meet mission. Everybody pick up a piece or two and start walking. It's horrible. You don't want to do it like that.
You guys are going the wrong way with that thing.
Level ground.
It's the first day of Team Week at Special Forces Assessment and Selection. The teams have to design a method of transporting a 400-pound load and then drag it over 6 miles of nasty terrain.
You're going to do something right the first time. If it's not right, it's going to fall apart.
The mission clock is ticking away. The soft sand and endless roads make the miles of pushing and pulling the equipment a torment. Mistakes create unnecessary pain. Build it right, pull your load, or suffer the consequences. Team 4 is way behind. Their contraption is disintegrating, and so is their morale.
Why we stop? Keel, why we stop?
We're switching positions, Sergeant.
You've only gone 50 meters. You guys are gonna have a long night.
If they can't pull it together quickly, they'll need to hand carry all the equipment over 6 miles.
Now, keep in mind, guys, if you find yourself in a team like this, that's not a sign that you need to quit, all right? Because this is day 1 of team week, and you're conducting 2 of these a day, all right? So this is not a sign that I'm screwed, right? You just have to dig deep and get your team where it needs to be, right? This is one bad experience. That doesn't mean selection is over for you.
You can tell that with the looks on the guys' faces that they're kind of discouraged. I think probably just a little fed up with it at this point in time. And you know, everybody's got their own worries that they're worrying about at the same time. But I just want to get the thing there.
Hey, get off the side.
After 15 minutes, there's another breakdown and more arguing.
If we don't get it done now, no, that's not what I'm saying. How we're lashing this together.
What's worse than the leadership failing is that no one else has stepped up. Any one of these guys could step up and take control of this mission, but nobody has.
Out of warnings, Team 4 will finish the hard way.
This whole team's put forth minimal effort the entire trip. This is exactly what we're not looking for.
Guys, you don't want this to be you. Like, dragging that thing for 6 miles is horrible. Pushing it and carrying it for 6 miles is 10 times worse.
Team 4 is less than a half mile from the start point, as Team 2 finishes over 6 miles ahead.
Well, this team, they still have 30 minutes left on their actual time, so they did really good. Strong PL. That was a key factor in this team finishing fast.
It's our first activity as a team. We haven't really worked out those strengths and weaknesses, but we definitely learned a lot of those today. We had to be a little flexible. We had some difficulty at the beginning, and they were able to make something that lasted the whole way, like the lashings on the tire.
206's Team 1 is racing to recover from a missed turn. They're almost out of time.
They got approximately 12 minutes.
We're gonna go for broke, guys. We don't have no choice.
Grab your hearts. Let's do this. Be smart. Go. Come on. Almost there. Push it down. You will not slow down another team, Team 7.
206's team pushes hard to save his mission.
Us passing the other teams and the apparatus holding together made us extremely excited. I mean, everybody is.
Come on. Almost there. Push it down. Let's go. Keep falling.
I'll give you a hint, candidate. You got 3 minutes to make it to the end of this fence.
3 minutes to the end of the fence. We have 3 minutes to get to the end of this fence. Come on, get me out.
Toward the end, our motivation picked up because we knew that we were close to the end. What really was getting us excited is because it was a possibility we were going to make time. So everybody started getting all pumped up, and we pushed through.
You see it? Straight ahead there. 25 seconds. Let's go. Don't run. Don't run. All the way through. All the way. Stop.
What's that bottom number on my watch say, candidate?
3:31.
Minute.
2 hours to tie some ropes and some poles together, candidates. You couldn't have done it a little bit quicker and gotten here and accomplished your mission on time. You failed by 1 minute.
Now, that's demoralizing, but like I said at the very beginning, guys, it doesn't mean that your selection is over. A lot more to go. It's one iteration, right? You still have several other missions that you have to conduct. That's where mental toughness comes in, right? Guys, fire and forget is a term that we use a lot in special forces. Guys, once that bullet leaves the chamber, there's nothing you can do about it, right? On to the next one. Same concept. Mission's complete, failed, whatever, on to the next one.
Everybody's feeling the exact same as I am. Busted time by 1 minute, which is extremely upsetting.
Team week is on. 122 of the original 256 candidates have already dropped out.
How bad are they?
The missions increase to distances over 10 miles, and the heavy objects make every step excruciating.
They're on top of us a lot more, and they're constantly, upping the stress level and trying to drive us to go further, harder, faster.
Rates way a little bit differently.
Everyone gets a chance to take charge.
You gotta start off with the front left guy.
Stop! No, keep going. No, we can't. Stop!
Hey, top off your water. You got 4 minutes to do it.
Get it out of the road.
Every decision is under scrutiny. Every small mistake delivers a huge consequence.
PL.
The Green Beret cadre crank up the heat.
If you're gonna pass that team, you pass it. Sorry. Don't be playing this leapfrog. Pass them and then stop. Pass them and no. Either you pass them and you commit to it, or you don't even try it. Understand? Yes, Sergeant.
The teams that perform well are the teams that support their leader.
Hey guys, we failed the mission.
It's just a real suck fest. Because you're going on maybe sometimes 4 hours of sleep. If you're not doing a ruck, you're doing a run. You got to work with everybody, do the event, check it off, and just forget about it.
There's so many different elements that are coming at these candidates, and really a lot of these things would replicate or have merit on what's going to happen possibly downrange to these guys. It's arduous.
And the team has already dropped you. They don't even want you anymore. In SF, you don't hurt yourself, you hurt the team, Kennedy.
Guys, 2 weeks in hell, part 5, all right? I still got a lot more to go because Team Week is just getting started. So let me know in the comment section below, guys. Put a 6 in the chat for part 6, and I'll knock that out for you guys. I was hoping to finish this video. I was hoping to finish the rest of this documentary today, but we still have, hell, over 30 minutes left to go, and I want to break this down in bite sizes so you guys can easily digest this, all right? So let me know, guys. First mission down, more to come, 2 weeks in hell. Until next time, take care of yourselves.